opening tomorrow. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Athena.
Hey, guys.
And Alex, actually, normally Vat sends a glass eye to sleep, but for some reason you made it plausible this morning, so it's quite interesting listening to the Vat. You, by your own admission, it's not the sexy subject too but you're able to communicate well, and it's obviously important for Amazon sellers. We were talking about Vatmos, weren't we? Do you want to tell us a little bit about the what's coming up possibly in 2020, 21, 22 period?
Yeah, absolutely. So the VATMOS, what's happening, VATMOS stands for Mini One-Stop Shop. Yeah. So what will be changing, right now it's used for digital services. So you're paying VAT depending on where the end customer is and where they're using that service. But what will be changing from 2021, 22 will be that products will actually be charged VATMOS as well. Yeah. So wherever the customer is based, that's where you'll be charging the VAT, which is a kind of a blessing in disguise in one sense, because you only need one VAT registration, and the tax authorities then split it up between themselves. But over the next few years, we're going to be seeing that change, and it will all come into play. Really soon.
Chris, I'm going to have to get you to turn your camera on yourself, or So do you tell us a bit about your presentation?
We're talking about 2019 launch strategies, things that work this year. So one of the biggest shifts from last year to this year is launching with PPC as a central component of it. Mm-hmm. I think that was just coming into the fray last year. This year, it's
solid. Yeah.
It's solid. The rising tides, as you call it, Danny.
Yeah.
The launching with just straight up aggressive PPC. But then also, I get into the preface between like what to do before a launch to make sure that it actually works, and what kind of product and listing strategies you can use before the launch to make sure that it happens successfully. Yeah. And it comes down to, Chris Davey?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I go into a couple strategies like that of what kind of product strategies can you combine? For instance, like niching down. Like you can try to launch omega-3, or you can launch omega-3 for dogs, or you can launch organic omega-3 for dogs, or you can launch chewable organic omega-3 for dogs. Niching down will allow you to really own your market. Mm-hmm. And you can do this without even changing your product. If you have a single product, you find out what the most high relevance, high volume, the right combination of relevance and volume is, that's the key. And then you take that and not only focus all of your PPC and launching efforts on it, but also incorporate that back into the listing. So if you're doing, again, chewable organic omega-3 for dogs, that you have that right in the beginning. Yeah. So when people search that, they only go to you, and you have the most high relevance just for that. Yeah. So that all of the traffic driving that you do from Facebook, all of the launches that you do, discounted launches, all the PPC that you do, aggressive PPC, it all goes towards the high relevance, high volume stuff.
Yeah. So one other thing, talk me through the outfit. I mean, we can't see it on the podcast.
Love it.
But picture says 1,000 words.
Yeah, so basically what you're wearing is like a boiler suit.
A full-on orange.
But when I met Chris, we were in Germany a couple of years ago, we were speaking at an event, and they had all these vests on. And being 43, put me in a vest is just not a pretty sight. This is where I wear black.
I disagree, I think he looked quite dapper.
But
I remember
the thing is, put me in one of those, I'm going to look like an orange Michelin man. So you do need to have the fit, you need to have the look and the style for it. So you carry it off quite well, but I do like the way, when Chris comes to an event or your team's there, because they all wear
Everyone's wearing it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they're all wearing vests.
Genius.
I couldn't believe that. It was in the summer, but they all come through with vests. They're all in shape and everything else, so that's fine. But no, I'm digging the orange jumpsuit. What's the next suit going to be?
The next thing, it's just gonna be we're gonna be naked with the goofy clown hat. That's it.
Okay. You don't want to question what's underneath there. He's already told me.
Yeah. I freeball it. That's what makes it so easy. The reason we wear these one pieces is because it's all that we wear. And it makes us. You don't pick. It's like Steve Jobs. He didn't pick out an outfit. Yeah. He just had the closet. We just have closets full of these.
Yeah.
And so I just wear a new one every day.
So Athena, talk to me. So last night,
yes,
you went out. All of yous, I went to bed about 8, 9 o'clock. As I said, I couldn't sleep very well. I ended up drinking too much Diet Coke. But you guys out and got on the gatter, and then you rolled up about 5:30 this morning. Was that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you look quite healthy. I think the boys suffered a lot more. I sent a load of abusive message to Luke because he didn't show up for the presentation this morning.
Oh my goodness. Well, we had an amazing time. I mean, I love these conferences because not only do you get a lot of information, you get a lot of content, but you also get to bond and connect with people, which is what I'm all about. And you know, when you build those relationships, and it's all, you know, going out, we do dinners, we do, like when we're in China, for example, we do a pirate ship, for example. We all go on a pirate ship, or we all go to dinner, or we climb up a mountain. And for some people, they might feel that that's not productive, right? But what I know is that when you really build real relationships with people, they open up, and that trust factor comes in, and that's when you really get that magical information and that real mastermind that's not fake. It's not just, you know, I'll give you a little bit of information. It's like full on, how can I help you? How can we work together? And that's really what I'm about anyway. So that's where that all comes in.
Sounds good. And tomorrow, obviously, you have an early night tonight, and then tomorrow you've got your presentation, haven't you?
I do. What we're going to talk about tomorrow is the power of networking. But it's not just the power of it, because everyone here is like, oh yeah, you should network, you should network. Why should we network, and how do we actually get into that position where we really build those real relationships? How do you go from like, oh hey, nice to meet you, here's my card, to like, we're solid? And I think for some people who are very technically oriented, it doesn't come as naturally as it might for some of the people sitting here right now. Chris?
For you.
No, for you, darling.
I'd say you, darling.
But I mean, it doesn't come as naturally, because for some people they're extroverted, some people are introverted, or somewhere in between. And so I've been trying to break down this topic, and like, how do we actually build those relationships intentionally and honestly with integrity, and how do we really help each other? And so that's what we're going to cover tomorrow.
Sounds good. Well, look, guys, going to leave it there. We'll give you an update shortly. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the episode so far. Take care.
Thank you, Danny.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks, Danny.
I think I talked too long, sorry.
No, that's fine.
That was
That's
fine.
exactly.